Conan, he'd be like, all right, that joke sucked. You know what I mean? He'd acknowledge that Conan's the man. But Jimmy Fallon, I don't know. We'll see. He took over for Conan. We'll see what he does tonight.
He's actually pretty good when he was doing Saturday Night Live. That's when I first obviously caught him, and I didn't catch the show. I actually read a couple of things. I get this daily television report every morning, and looking at it this afternoon, and then they were definitely saying that he was definitely you can see some nervousness, and it's his first show. Yeah, he'll definitely get comfortable in that position. But
I hope so. I'd like to see it work. I love the setup that they had last night. It looks cool. It was different, but then he did the opening monologue, and then he did the interviews with De Niro and Timberlake, and it fell apart. But we'll see how it does, man. Let's not shit all over him just yet. You know what I mean? Let's give him a couple weeks and see if he can, patch things up and make it flow. Just make it flow.
Is Conan now taking over Leno's spot, and then Leno's coming in earlier?
Exactly. Conan's taking over Leno, and then Leno goes 10 to 11, leading you guys into your local late news every week. He's going to do a show every week. It's going to be a weekly thing. So we'll see. Late night TV. I'm always up late, man. I never pass out till about 2:30 in the morning, and so I'm always awake to see that stuff. So Jimmy Fallon, I'll give him a shot. We'll see how it goes. One last thing, guys, before we get into Monday Night Raw. Feedback. You guys sent a lot of feedback last week, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. It means the world, because we do the show, and I always ask you guys for feedback. Always want to know what you guys want to see, what you guys want us to do, what should we do different, what should we not do, this and that. And a bunch of you guys sent feedback to my email last week, so I want to thank you guys for that. And want to encourage you guys to send in feedback again tonight at webmaster@prowrestlingscoops.com, and then I'll forward those emails to Jose. I also do a feedback post after we go off the air here, and that has Jose's email in it as well, so you guys can email him. But webmaster@prowrestlingscoops.com. Submit feedback, guys. It's awesome when I get to hear what you guys think of the show. And I'll always respond to you. If you guys send me an email and it comes to my inbox, you'll always get some sort of response from me. Just give me a couple days because usually there's a bunch of them. But nonetheless, webmaster@prowrestlingscoops.com. So submit feedback. Anything else, Jose? That's it, man, right?
Not much, man. That's it. Let's definitely talk about the number one cable show on TV, Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, right. Number one. They're always sending out press releases. Right? I'm sure you won't see one this week because the Monday Night Raw rating just came in. For those of you guys that haven't seen it yet, it is a 3.8, which is down 0.3 of a point from last week. 4.1. Actually, the last 2 weeks it's been a 4.1. So it went down to a 3.8 this week, and that was one of the better shows. So I was kind of surprised by that. Did you see that, Jose?
Actually, I haven't. I'm still playing catch up, but it doesn't surprise me. Coming off the pay-per-view, you look at the show from yesterday and compare it to last week's, and then the following weeks, you have Edge becoming champion, so the spike of rating happens that following pay-per-view. Then people want to see what happens the following week. And then you just kind of fall, not flat, I don't want to say flat, but you kind of, you become accustomed to what you see, and then a lot of people, I'm not sure 24 was awesome last night. I'm not saying that affected the rating. But
24? 24? What's 24?
Keith Sutherland's Fox show. You don't know 24? Come on, man.
I've heard of it. Is it good?
Oh, God. I live religiously on that show. The show is awesome.
No, what kind of show? No, what kind of show is it? 24. Give me a break. Is it a comedy?
No, it's an action. Keith Sutherland. He's Jack Bauer protecting the president and all this terrorists. Some of the storyline is a little ridiculous. Like yesterday's episode, they invaded the White House and took the president hostage. And it's like, okay, come on, that's not really going to happen. But it's a show. But 24 is definitely my second show.
So it does good ratings, right?
Oh, it does. It pulls in about a 7.9, between a 7.9 and 8.4.
Oh, wow. Wow,
Yeah.
no doubt. I didn't know it was that high. That's crazy. I know American Idol and that kind of stuff over on Fox does huge ratings too, man. It's crazy. When I look at the Nielsen stuff, when I log in, man, some of the ratings for some of the Fox shows are just off the hook, man. And then you see why when they do like Saturday night's a bad night for TV anyway. You know, everybody's out and ratings are way down on Saturdays. But when they do the Saturday night's main events and they draw like 2.1 ratings or 1.9 or something crazy like that, and NBC's heated, because NBC is used to these mega ratings like 6.0s and above, you know what I mean? But of course, that's your main three networks anyway. I mean, people that don't even have cable TV are able to get, the CBS, ABC, and NBC. Not for long though. I think they're taking away the analog TV signal, but nonetheless, so that's why they get, huge ratings every week. But that's crazy.
It's unbelievable. It's just the number of people that are watching those type of shows, and if you really look at the demographic, obviously they're young people, young viewers that are. I mean, it would be awesome if Raw was pulling those type of numbers, or TNA, or any other wrestling program for that matters, because it just means a greater audience, which in return, greater audience for us and our website. That's the reason why I like the TNAs of the world, and all right, because if they build and continue building to be a stronger user base, then they pick up old, wrestling fans or new wrestling fans, and in return, it kind of comes down to us.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm just looking at some of the people in the chat here. A lot of 24 fans. No doubt.
Man. Catch 24. If you have not catched it, you need to catch it. Find it online. Do whatever you can do, because it's a hot show.
All right, guys, like I just said, guys in the chat room, they love 24. You can get to the chat room at WZROnline.com /chat. Lots and lots of people in there tonight, and we're going to take your live phone calls here in just a little bit as well. We'll probably take some in hour number one. So I'll give out the number again, and you guys can call up now and in just a couple minutes here as we run down Raw. If you guys have a question about Raw, give me a call right now, and we'll take your calls now while we run it down. 724-444-7444. Once again, 724-444-7444. And the call ID number is 30273, followed by the pound key. So Raw questions only right now, and if you got another question, call up in hour number two. I'll give the number out in just a little bit. Monday Night Raw from last night, Jose. What do we got? We opened things up. We had Jerry the King Lawler was in the ring, and he announced that Vicky Guerrero has told him to make a big announcement, that being that John Cena would get his rematch for the World Heavyweight title against Edge later that night on Raw last night. So our main event of Raw was Edge versus John Cena for the world title. Jose, I got to ask you, man. When, not when they announced the match, but as the match was ongoing, did you think, man, and be honest with me, because I thought it could happen, did you think maybe a title change here?
No. It's once I heard the match announced, and first of all, it's funny when Jerry Lawler says it's his biggest announcement ever in his career with Monday Night Raw. It's like you forget all the other historical stuff that went down, but like anything that deals with the Divas, it doesn't surprise me. It wasn't surprising that Cena didn't win the title. It would have surprised me, I think, a little bit more if he did, just because I think what they're trying to do with John Cena is build suspense on what he's going to end up doing at WrestleMania. And not only that, but you really consider his media rounds that he's going to have to do promoting his show in, 3 weeks, will take him away from doing some of the house shows and some of those normal wrestling appearances that he is accustomed to as being a champion. I think that has to do a little factor into there as well.
Yeah, we'll see where they go with Cena and WrestleMania.
Don't be surprised a triple threat if Cena is thrown into the mix with I just don't really see an Edge versus a Big Show as a match at WrestleMania. I have to see John Cena somewhere in the middle of that angle.
Yeah. And there's these rumors that say that like Hulk Hogan versus John Cena. That those rumors. I mean, I can't confirm or deny them, but the angle